23rd of August, Carnival City, once and for all. The event that most people, in fact, everyone in South African boxing is talking about. It's a South African heavyweight championship between Chris Thompson, the challenger, and the champion, Sean Potgieter. What makes this event really intriguing and really interesting is that sport can unite, but it can often divide. And this is a first. First time in South African boxing history where a father and a son go up against each other, not in the ring, but in opposing corners. Firstly, gentlemen, Shannon, Gert, you know, strangers to SA Boxing Talk, welcome. I think the first question is, is this uncomfortable? The two of you being in the same room, knowing that obviously leading up to this fight, there was the elephant in the room. Father, son, you weren't really talking about it, but now we're in this position where the two of you are face to face and you have to talk about it. Let me start with the father first. Coach.
Thanks, Carl. Uncomfortable? Not at all. I don't feel uncomfortable. Nothing makes me uncomfortable when it comes to boxing. To me, it's more of an honor. It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable at all to be up against him. It's my son. I introduced him to the sport 30 odd years ago when he was still a toddler. And for me, it's an honor and nice to see that he's following in my footsteps. I introduced him to this game, and it's nice to see that he's competing at this level. And it's unfortunate or fortunate that we're up against each other. I think it's going to bring the best out of both of us, and it's just going to make us better.
Thanks, Cole. So yeah, I don't think it's awkward at all. I just think it's kind of blessed to be in this position, sharing a bit of history. First time in South African history where father and son would be up against each other. So, but in saying that, I know what lies ahead. I know my dad's a front foot coach. I know Sean is from round one. He's not going to outbox us from the outside. They're coming for us from round one. But we're going to meet them inside of the middle of the ring, and afterwards we're going to have breakfast the next day. Sean and Chris their relationship will remain. They'll remain friends, and yeah, I'm excited for this. It's been a long time coming. It's here now. Let's get it on.
It takes two to tango. Now, Coach G, let me ask you this: between the two of you, who do you think is more competitive, you or your son?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I think we both equally competitive. We both want this. Obviously, we don't go into any fights to lose. We want to win this, and I know so do they. And that's why we prepared well. Shannon knows me better than anybody else. He knows what I'm capable of and what I bring to the table when it comes to fighting. So yeah, we had to prep well, and on the night I know we're going to have to bring our A game. They're going to have their counters for whatever we bring. So yeah, we're going to have to be on our game. That's why we did a 12-week solid camp. And I know what we're up against in Chris and Shannon. So yeah, we will never take them lightly. We take them serious, and yeah, it's time. They must get it on.
Time to get it on. Like I said, I know exactly what lies ahead. I rate my dad as a coach, one of the best coaches in the country. That's why we couldn't take this camp lightly. Not that we'd take any camp lightly, but this one is a little bit more serious because I know what we're up against. They're going to bring the fire from round one, and we're going to be there to defend it, and we're going to throw everything we have back at them. And yeah, the fans should buy their tickets because next week Saturday is going to be a humdinger overnight. And yeah, I'm just excited, be blessed to be part of this little bit of history.
You played a major role in Chris Thompson making his debut many moons ago. Do you think that's going to play a factor into this fight?
Not really, Cole. It was a long time ago, 8-9 years ago. Chris has moved on. I moved on. He furthered his career with other guys, and he ended up with Shannon, and it seems like they've got a good relationship. going. They're doing well together. So I don't think it's going to play a big factor. At the end of the day, the two boys are going to step in there, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen. They all going to both are going to throw leather at each other. They both want to win it, and I think it's going to come down who wants it the most on the night. That's what it's going to come down to. So I don't think what happened 8 years ago is going to play a role or be a factor.
They are friends. It's been spoken about. It's well documented. They've also sparred together. Both of you been privy to the sparring. Do you think that's going to be a factor as well to consider?
Not really. I mean, sparring is, in fights are completely different. You know, there's been rounds where Sean had the better of Chris. There was rounds where Chris had the better of Sean. But next week, they're going to lace up with 10-ounce gloves, no headgear, and they both want to win super badly. I know Sean's coming in very prepared for this fight. Chris is probably the fittest he's been. We've also put in a 12-week camp, and he knows the magnitude of this fight, and he's taken it super seriously. So, yeah, come next week Saturday, it's going to be on. And
Sean's chief sparring partner for this fight was Kevin Arena, and stylistically, Kevin, although a southpaw, is very different to Chris Thompson in terms of styles. Do you think that's going to be a contributing factor as well, or is it different roll of the dice in that fight? Sorry, in this fight?
Not really. We've had a lot of sparring with orthodox guys as well. The likes of Keaton Gomes. He did close to 100 rounds of sparring with Sean. Sean did spar Kevin. We're still busy with Kevin. Kevin's been helping us a lot. And yeah, we've got our game plan. Stylistically, their styles are not the same. They're both southpaws, but very different. But we've got our game plan, and we're going to execute it on the night.
Connie Peasy's been your main sparring partner for this camp. How's that gone?
Sparring's been great. We've been sparring 4-minute rounds for the last 8 weeks. So this is the fittest he's been. He can go 15 rounds. And yeah, I mean, they've had great sparring, Kevin, Keaton, but yeah, Chris is a little bit different towards him. He does move a lot, and their game plan, I know their game plan. They're coming straight at us from round one, so that's no secret. They're going to try and put us under pressure, hit the body, and try and rough us up. But we've got a game plan for that as well, and we're going to execute it come next week Saturday.
I think the question is, give us your prediction, Coach G.
We're going home with the belt. On the 23rd, Sean will still be the South African heavyweight champion. That's my call.
Shannon, yours?
And the new. We're going to win, and we're going to win well.
So the elephant in the room stays outside of the ring on the 23rd of August, once and for all. Chris Thompson, desperate to become the South African champion again, challenging the South African heavyweight champion and Sean Porkita. Gentlemen, I'm not even going to ask you to shake hands. I'm going to ask you as father and son to embrace, and we will see you on the 23rd of August at Carnival City.
Love you, my boy.
Love you too, man. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.